Okay, Taurus. I don't know what's going on, but... Well, that's weird. All right. There's some really, really weird stuff going on. Okay. All right. So... Okay, Taurus. I'm having a difficult time trying to do this. Let me just start out by saying, last night I did I'm having so many difficulties trying to do your reading. Interestingly enough, last night I did Aries, Gemini, and Cancer. And last night something felt a little weird, but I didn't really think too much about it. And then as I sat down, I was like, okay, who's next? I'm like, what's going on? Something's missing. Something's off. So I was like, I started to go back down. I was like, Aries, Gemini. And I was like, I'm missing Taurus. I didn't do Taurus. So here's what I have a question for you. Have you been going through something where maybe you feel skipped, left out, underappreciated, not noticed? You basically like just skipped over. Is somebody not paying attention to you? Well, maybe it's time that you let everyone know you're here. Okay. People aren't going to just automatically give you attention unless you tell them, unless you make yourself known. Okay. I feel like there's something about that energy. You could be, being quiet like normally, being reserved. But I feel like now it's time to be more bold. To stop waiting for somebody to notice you. Maybe it's time to let everyone know who you are and make sure people notice you. Okay? It's not how the world works. As I've learned. If you want people to notice you or recognize you, you're going to have to let them know you're there. And how are you going to do that? So, all right. Tower. I'm putting that over here to the side just for a moment so I can go through the rundown of, just to make sure that you are aware. Keep in mind that this is not a personal or private reading. This is not a one-on-one reading. I'm picking up on multiple energies. There's over 8 billion people on the planet. Chances are I could be picking up on different energies. So for that matter, if there's anything in this reading that could be confusing or may make no sense to you, let that part of the reading go. Chances are it's not yours. It could be somebody else's energy that I'm picking up on. Okay? So, hence, take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay? Keep life simple. Also, I have new equipment here. I have a monitor over here. And there's also a little time gauge. So, I may look over here from time to time because it is very distracting. I'm doing my best to start to stay focused on the lens. And I'm getting better at it. However, if I look over here from time to time, don't worry so much about it. That's all it is, okay? Another thing is sometimes when I channel messages, I tend to look off to the left. I may look at certain places or like get a focal point just to kind of continue that vision, okay? Generally though, I look off here to the left somewhere. There's nothing over there, okay? It's just a corner. There's nothing over there. All right, keep that in mind, okay? And one more thing is that tarot can be interpreted as literal or metaphorical. So the things that I say could be actually happening in your life in real time in the physical world, or it can be something considered very poetic, a message that you have to kind of read between the lines with. Figure out how this reading could be speaking to you, what it could be telling you. Okay? It's up to you to interpret. I'm not living your life. You are. So, okay. At some point, you guys got to do some kind of work too. All right? You guys as in the querent or the receiver of the message. All right. All right, Taurus. Let's get started. Now, what is this tower about for our beautiful Tauruses? What's going on? What's going on? Passive? Somebody passive? Dainty, shy, not wanting to make a fuss? Excuse me. Could you be being angry or angered because of... I keep feeling like somebody either forgot you, skipped over you, denied you, or maybe just didn't recognize you. Or it's kind of like, you know, you ever been in a relationship where, I know I've been in a lot of relationships like that, where you do everything for somebody else, but you automatically think that the goodness in their heart they want to be a partner. They want to help you out too. But it always seems to be one-sided or one way. Okay. Could it be something like that? Let's see what we got. Emperor, 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Yeah. So we got Tower, Emperor, 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. All right. Let me get like 1 or 2 more cards, kind of see further what this situation is that's going on here. And then we're going to really, really dive into it and see what's going on. Got the Lover's card here. Okay. And I do see the World. Yeah. Could you be leaving a situation or leaving back? Oh, yeah. 2 of Cups. You know what? I'm getting a very strong, heavy sense of that. You're like, you know what? I don't need this. I'm good. I'm good by myself. I'll find somebody else that'll work with me that will actually recognize me. Where I don't actually have to kind of like wave a flag in their face saying, hello, I'm right here. I'm just going to go ahead and leave. I feel like somebody like, there could have been like some major or massive argument and somebody left and deciding to move into a different direction. Maybe even work with a different person. 6 of Wands. These are all good cards. So I feel like if that's what it is, it's like, you know, I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not taking it anymore. I feel like it's time for you to move into a different energy completely. Like a complete different energy. I really feel strongly that it is the Taurus that has been not being observed. Or somebody isn't leaving, they're not leaving reservations for somebody. You're being excluded. Okay. You know, it's ridiculous. Okay, so what's going on here? Try to get comfortable. I feel like there's a sense of you going back to another person. Maybe for some advice. Okay. Maybe such as like a, that's interesting. Could you be like going back to like an old lover or somebody from your past, or maybe you're a good friend saying, you know, what happened? You know, and I don't feel like it's a, now this feels as though it's somebody that you are, maybe at one time you were friends, or maybe it was a very amicable split. And you're not friends, but you're not enemies. And you know that you can go to this person. You're both good people. It's something like that. Surely, I would like to think that a lot of us have people in our lives that are like that, and not every ex was toxic and it wasn't this whole brawl and just World War III, hopefully. If that's the case, then maybe there's something else underlying. But I feel like whoever this is I'm talking to, you know, maybe there's somebody in their past, you know, whether it's a friend or whatever, or somebody that they were very close with or very intimate with. I feel like they want to bounce some I want to say energy, information off of, just to kind of like, you know, what's wrong with me? You know, is there something, you know, that people, and this could be somebody that you know is very, very honest with you. Okay, somebody that's not going to pull any punches or coddle you or be passive, or, you know, they're going to tell you strictly. Okay, and maybe even assess your situation. It definitely feels like it feels like somebody could be very, very wise. Okay. All right. Let me get a couple more here, and then we're going to move to a. I feel like that's a situation. I don't know where I'm getting a lot of that from. You got the Hermit. Look. And you got the Devil. Yeah, you know what? Whoever this is, I don't feel like there's anything romantic between you two. Okay. Although I do feel like you're moving into a specific or certain direction that could actually have you bump into, or I don't, you know, create, I'm getting the word create, a new way of meeting people, a new way of connecting with people, and possibly even connecting with a new love or romantic partner. All right. The Lover's here again. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely something about that. Okay. You got the Lovers. I think I just said that. Got the Star. There's somebody that could be very busy also. I'm really getting something about that. It could be something that you're thinking about, or, you know, even if it's not something like that, it's just somebody, maybe, I mean, maybe, I don't want to say it's a therapist because I don't necessarily know that was what it is, but it could be. I feel like somebody could be learning a lot about themselves. Something is definitely changing within somebody. Hangman. This is actually a really good reading, though, to be honest with you. Except for that Tower in the very beginning. Things are picking up. Things are picking up pretty incredibly. They're going to. Believe it or not, things are going to start picking up. Come on. I saw a Death, and I saw the Ace of Cups, not Ace of Swords. Two of Wands. All right. So, okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Hangman. Seven of Wands. And then the person that you will be meeting or coming in contact with or getting some sort of clarity from. You have the King of Swords, Nine of Cups, King of Pentacles. Your advice is the Two of Wands, and you got the Ace of Swords. You have been rejecting something, probably even rejecting someone or something from the past. There could be something that you definitely need to look over or, you know, reflect on. For some of you, you may even have something that you have left undone. Maybe like, you know, make sure that all your bills are paid or whatever. Make sure all your taxes and everything are done. Something like that. Make sure your car is up to date, meaning, you know, the title or no.
Something like that. Make sure all your, your tags are renewed or something like that. Okay. I'm getting something like that, making sure that everything is up to date. Now, and I feel like there's a reason because of that. I feel like there's going to be some travel in the future. It's almost like a search for yourself. But I feel like you're going to go and make a name for yourself. You're going to do something about making a name for yourself. All right. Let me clarify this 2 of Wands. That's kind of like an interesting way to leave a reading. And Wands. Justice. There's somebody who's very, very fair and honest. You could definitely be meeting. Something's a little bit backwards. Somebody thinks somebody's a witch. Somebody thinks somebody's a witch. Why? I don't see any indication of anything like that. Somebody thinks another person's a witch. Not that it's a bad thing, but why is somebody claiming somebody's a witch? What gives somebody the justification to label somebody something when they're not? If there's something I know about witches, they're proud. They don't hide that. If they're a practitioner, they don't hide it. Generally, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but unless somebody is, well, whatever. Somebody believes that somebody's a witch. And somebody's like really grossly mistaken. They're labeling somebody out of why don't I want to say bigotry? Somebody needs to maybe not cast judgment just because they don't understand something. Just because somebody doesn't understand something. It's not right to label somebody something that they're not. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but if it's not what they are, then why are we labeling that? You don't label somebody something unless you know that. And if, it's, I don't know why I'm going down this rabbit hole, right? So somebody needs to knock it off. I think we're a little bit too old for that. It's very immature. Don't label somebody something unless, whatever it is. All right. Now, I don't even know if it's specifically that, but somebody could be labeling somebody something that they have no business labeling them. It's really unfair. It's wrong. And maybe somebody could even be being treated a certain way because of whatever it is that they're labeling it. Whether it's a witch or something, or because I don't see anything that would even justify anything like that. However, it could be anything. Labeling somebody anything, saying somebody's gay or something like that, or whatever. Whatever it is, somebody's mislabeling somebody. Somebody needs to knock it off. All right? Just knock it off. It's ridiculous. That's below high school. It's like grade school. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know who it is that could be doing that. If you are being labeled a certain way or anything like that, if there's people that are treating you a certain way or they're leaving you out or they're basically looking over you, maybe there's a reason why. Leave those people alone. You don't want to be around small-minded people like that. You don't want to be around small-minded people like that. They're always going to be picking apart somebody, judging somebody else. And I think it could be because you have a very, very beautiful spirit. Okay? I feel like you could have been maybe mistreated or mislabeled many, many times for whatever reason. And I feel like it's very unfair and unjust. Now, again, you could be seeking out somebody's wisdom or something like that to kind of get some information from them to see what's going on. Maybe some of theirs trusted it, maybe in the circle that maybe can give you some sort of information. That's very, very possible. I feel like you're definitely looking into a different direction, and good for you. Get the hell out of there. Get away from people that are like that. Okay. Work with somebody else.
whatever that means. Work with. We work with everyone. Doesn't always mean work. Doesn't always mean job. Doesn't always mean, it can mean me and my friend, we have a very good our relationship works. Okay. It's the word is very dynamic. It's very, words can be very dynamic. Okay. So we have to keep those things in mind. I feel like whatever it is, there's something here about living in their truth. Somebody living in their truth. And they're going to feel a lot better about whatever that is. So if there is somebody now, I don't see anyone that is a practitioner, but I feel like it's, could it be? Yes. I'm not saying that it's one way or the other, but somebody's just basically being mislabeled. Somebody's misaligning or mislabeling somebody something that they're not. Like me. People may consider what I do as witchcraft or something like that, or that I'm a witch. I'm not a practitioner at all. So, it could be, all I do is I read tarot, and I'm very, very spiritual. I believe very much in certain things. So it could be somebody, it could be something as simple as that, but I'm not going to claim that I'm something that I'm not, because I'm not that, So whatever that means to you, somebody's definitely being irresponsible and they're being childish. All right. I feel like it's best for you to live in your truth, be who you are, be proud of who you are, and don't allow somebody to label you something that you're not. Okay? Make that clarification. Stand up for yourself. There's something about standing up for yourself. I feel like it's time for you to kind of like come out of that shell and stop being so reserved, and make sure people see you. Make sure they know who you are. You stand on business. Okay? You're not to be pushed around. You're a Taurus. You're a Taurus. All right? So that's what I got. I see you moving into a different direction. I feel like I see you making a name for yourself. And that could be in a few different ways. All right? So you could definitely be standing out amongst other people. And that could, again, that could be a number of different things. All right? Whether that's on social media, whether that's in your job, your career, whether that's in, somewhere in your community, or in the dating world. Show people who you are. All right? It's time to stop playing small. All right? And get away from whatever this is. All right? That's pretty much it. Justice is yours. You're definitely going to be finding out something. Somebody's going to tell you the truth, and it's going to be everything that you ever wanted, or everything that you ever wished for, or everything that you ever hoped for. And I mean that in a very metaphorical kind of way. Whereas, it's like this. You may not like the truth. You may not want the truth. It could be very hurtful. It could make you angry. However, it's almost like finally getting the answer that you always wanted, and it's going to feel good in that sense. Excuse me. It's like all I've ever wanted the truth. All I've ever wanted is the truth. Whether the response is good or bad, that's all you want, so you at least know. So, can it be pleasant? Can it not be pleasant? Can be either or. But I feel like you're definitely going to find out the truth so that you know which way to go. You don't need somebody blowing smoke. You don't need that. All right? That's what I got. All right, Taurus. This is it may not feel comfortable giving this message or even receiving this message, but it's actually a beautiful message. It's time to come out of something, or get away from something, or change or transmute. Transition. Okay? It's time to change things up. It's time for people to know who you are. All right? I'm leaving it there. All right. I want you to do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. And when you subscribe, can you please hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. That's pretty much it. And I will see you soon. Good luck.